I thank you all in the GRA for permitting me this opportunity to speak. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Cesar Gonzales. I'm running as candidate for 13th Congressional District. We already know all the specifics of the incumbent and how long he's been there and all the nefarious behavior involved, so I will dispense with that. I'll give you a little history on me. I'm originally from New York City. I was born in Harlem. I grew up on Long Island. I was a ward of the state. I grew up in a boys' home, lived on the streets, and came from that, progressed from there to working for SpaceX as a mechanical engineer. I worked on the parachute mechanisms. I worked on the parachute mechanisms and the seat fixtures for the Crew Dragon capsule that went to the International Space Station. All this from a kid from the streets. The one thing that afforded me that opportunity was being able to enroll in vocational training. I had a social worker who believed in me, who believed in my mechanical aptitude and afforded me that opportunity. I want to do the same thing for the citizens of the 13th District. In particular, the cornerstone of my platform is vocational training. I think it's very important. I think our children are coming up with no sense of direction, no sense of self-worth. They're graduating with minimal reading skills and below average math. I want to change that. But that's not the only thing. We have an issue with illegal immigration, and I know because I'm a Latino, everybody asks me, what's your position on immigration? And I'll just make that real quick. Working for SpaceX, I was in Southern California, and after graduating Kennesaw State University and flying out to California to work for SpaceX, I expected to see the typical blue state activism that goes on. I won't go into details. What I actually saw was assimilated Latinos out there wearing MAGA hats and calling for the wall. So I speak the language. So I asked them, oye chico, ¿qué es lo que está pasando aquí? What's happening here? And they said, it's all about resources. They're pouring over the borders, indiscriminately taking advantage of the facilities available as soaking up the resources that would ordinarily go to American citizens. Fast forward to my second job, working for Blue Origin out of Southwest Texas. We had a facility in Van Horn, which is a little spot on the road, and we had the security staff come on to the facility and say, everybody locked down in place. And I'm there with my colleagues, some of them being of Mexican descent, so I'm asking them, what's going on here? Why are they locking us down? And said, well, a coyote with a truck full of illegals broke down and they ran onto the facility. And I said, well, we speak the language, we look like them, what could be the problem? And they said, because they were indiscriminate. If they catch you outside of the facility, they will bust you in the head, take your car keys, and take off. And this is the story that you're not hearing in the mainstream media. We have to do something about immigration. It affects all of us. When you have people, when you have groups relocating into the metro Atlanta area with government funding, and it's to the tune of 85 Let there be light. When they're relocating immigrants they're flying immigrants into the metro Atlanta area under the cover of the night, bringing them in with $85 million federal dollars to relocate them while our inner city communities remain in a state of squalor, we have a problem. Long story short, I am pro-vocational training, building up local economy and wages. Come on, let's bring Rivian into the district. Fiscal accountability of resources. I'm Cesar Gonzales, and I hope I'm your choice for candidate.